The King's Ring. Long ago, a powerful king ruled a vast empire. He had every luxury in the world, yet he was deeply unhappy. His mind was a storm of extremes. In victory, he became arrogant and cruel, but at the slightest failure, he sank into crushing despair. Exhausted by his own emotions, the king demanded his scholars create a magic ring. One that would bring him hope in his darkest hours and humility when he was blinded by his own success. The scholars failed, but an old mystic approached the king and handed him a plain gold ring. "The magic you seek is inscribed beneath the band," the mystic said. "But you must only read it when you have absolutely no faith left, or when you feel you have conquered the world." Months later, a terrible drought and a devastating sickness swept across the kingdom. The fields turned to dust, the rivers dried up, the illness spread through every village. Despite all his wealth, his army, and his power, the king was completely helpless to stop it. Sitting alone in his grand, empty throne room, listening to the cries of his people outside the castle walls, the king was consumed by absolute despair. His empire was crumbling, he had failed to protect his people, and he felt his life's work was entirely destroyed. Then he remembered the ring. Trembling, he pulled it from his finger and read the 4 words hidden inside. "This too shall pass." Instantly, the overwhelming panic faded. He realized this terrible tragedy was a dark season of hardship, not the end of the world. A profound calm washed over him. In that quiet moment, his despair vanished and he found the clear-headed strength to open his royal treasuries, buy grain from distant lands, and guide his people through the darkest of times. Over the next few years, the rains returned, the sickness faded, and the kingdom flourished like never before. To celebrate the recovery, the king threw the grandest festival the world had ever seen. Standing on his balcony, looking down at his wealthy, cheering citizens, his ego swelled. He felt invincible, like a god among men who had single-handedly saved his empire. Suddenly, the old mystic appeared at his side. "My king," he whispered, "read the ring again." The king frowned, but he took off the ring and read the words, "This too shall pass." Instantly, his arrogance melted away. He looked at his grand palace and the cheering crowds, realizing that one day, all of this would be gone. Just like the darkest winter, this glorious summer was temporary. Tears of pure gratitude filled his eyes. He was finally at peace. The moral of the story is simple. Everything is temporary, both your darkest lows and your greatest successes. This too shall pass. So if you like that story, hit the like button, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe us. Thank you.